welcome back to my channel. Here's part 2 of my Spirited Away February bullet journal setup. And this time I'll be doing the monthly calendar. I have here my gray Pentel Food Touch brush pen, and I used it to draw the horizontal lines on my calendar. I intend to not draw vertical lines for this one just because. I also drew 2 notepad sheets here for my notes and achievements. The train scene from Spirited Away is what I'll be doing for this monthly calendar. I'll be mainly using these 3 colors, starting with the red-orange mild liner. I'm going to be coloring in the upper part of the train. I got the yellow and drew the window frames and the doors of the train. I skipped the second door because I didn't notice. I went back with the red-orange and colored the lower half of the train. I colored the windows with the blue marker and got my red marker for the heads of the train. I got this lighter yellow Crayola super tip and drew the fences on either side. I got my black pen and lined the train. Sorry for the hair, I needed to get close so that I wouldn't make too many mistakes, and I didn't notice that it was captured on frame. For the 2 memos, I got my yellow marker and just drew some simple paper clips. And erased. I got my stamp pad again, and like in the first part, I will use my dark gray mild liner for the ink. I'll be using these for the days of the week, and this time I started with Monday so that it would be a perfect rectangle, which I heard only happens every 200 years or something. I did Google it and it did say it happened every 200 years. The vid got cut, but anyway, I just used the 3 colors and drew small dots on the upper left corner, and I wrote the days inside with my black pen. I made a mistake here and just used my correction tape and drew another new circle. Here's a peek of my practice paintings for this spread the night before I filmed. I got my red-orange marker and I'm gonna write Feb in all caps using the thick tip. I was nervous because I only had 1 chance. I got the yellow marker and drew in some details on the left side of each letter and colored it in. I decided later on to continue and write February instead of just Feb because I still had a lot of space left. I was also gonna write 2021, but I thought that was too hard and I might make a big mistake. I did the same and put the yellow details on the left side. Here it is so far. I got my washi tape and we'll be taping half strips, to save all around the calendar and train in preparation for my watercolor. I also put some plastic behind each page so that it won't seep through. I skipped pages because I was going to use watercolor, and like in my practice, they did obviously seep through. Here's my brush pen or water brush, and I don't want to show the state of my 7-year-old watercolor because they are truly hideous, but those were the only ones I had and I'm gonna use. So if I haven't already mentioned, they were the Crayola washable watercolors. I had the 24 pieces. I used some orange paint as the base for my clouds. I just drew them everywhere, anywhere. I didn't base it anymore on the painting. I then used a purple shade for the shadowy part of the clouds. I went back and painted some more clouds on the upper half of the spread. I got a kind of dark blue shade for the sky and painted the spaces. The look I'm going for is the sunset setting like in the movie. Obviously, I wasn't able to get all the spaces, because I'm just human and I didn't really mind. It was already late. You can tell because the lighting is from my lamp and not the sun anymore. For the reflection of the train, I didn't really know what to do, so this is a go with the flow kind of thing. I started with some orange paint and then painted some blue on top. I painted the water using the same blue as the sky. I actually only used these 3 colors for the whole thing. I'm referring to the paint, by the way. I removed the tape on the fences so that I could paint the spaces that got covered. I got my white pen and drew the light reflections on the water. I removed all the washi tape carefully, but in this part it didn't want to cooperate, but I'm glad it's not that noticeable. This is really the part I hate the most because I always end up ripping some part, but I'm just glad that it's not too big and I could fix it with my markers. So I retouched some parts, and here you'll see this is why I skip pages and put the plastic in between. So I'll let this dry overnight before moving on to the weekly spread. So that's it for part 2. Thank you so much for watching. This was my favorite part, and this was the one I was most nervous about, but I'm glad it turned out fine. Watch part 1 if you haven't yet, and see you in part 3. Bye!